His classy masterpiece, or as I like to say, clasterpiece, is In the Mood for Love. It's one of those films that impresses people who don't generally like foreign films. Set in the 1960s, it's an achingly romantic drama about two people married to others who really should be together, but they never consummate their feelings.
In the Mood for Love, it is a relationship about just two persons. Even though we don't see any physical contact between these two persons, but we can feel that the love is growing.
Veteran actors Tony Leung and Maggie Cheung play the star-crossed lovers. To me, it's like fashion porn. The nostalgic 60s art direction evokes an era that's been all but erased, and ouchie mama, Maggie Cheung is sewn into the most fabulous vintage frocks.
Hong Kong is a city that moves very fast, change very fast. It's almost eating its own history. So we want to capture something like some of the locations and places, or even the dresses and the manner, the way the people live in those days in the film.
2046 is a sequel of sorts. The film picks up with Tony Leung's character some time after being rejected by Maggie Cheung. Now a callow playboy, he longs for that overpowering sense of love.
我好快就適應咗呢種生活，我開始識得逢場作戲。雖然好多時都係霧水情緣，不過冇所謂啦，邊有咁多一生一世。
In this film, Maggie is not a person, it's an image, an ideal woman in his memory. So he always compares this woman with all the women that he came across in his life. And he tried to go into some relationship which is very physical. He wants to experience that emotion again. He tried to find the love that he wants. But at the end, he realized it's not what he wants.
"... 2046 received a bit of a drubbing from lesser critics who were hoping for another In the Mood for Love. But as far as I'm concerned, in its own way, it's just as graceful and moving as its predecessor. One of the good things about a film industry as feverishly productive as Hong Kong is that a lot of the actors, writers and others who work in the business might eventually get the chance to direct. A case in point is Mr. Derek Yee Tung Sing, a handsome and hard-working actor who laboured away for 15 years before getting his chance. Derek Yee, as an actor, was a romantic swashbuckler. In a film era epitomised by clear-cut heroes and villains, he was the fresh-faced good guy, and he had all the work he could handle.
Although my family were all involved in the film industry, my upbringing in Hong Kong was very normal. I played with other kids in the neighborhood. At 17 years old, I became an actor, and for the next 10 years, my life changed. I was separated from normal society.
As the films Derek Yee was writing and directing became increasingly well received, he decided to move behind the camera full-time.
When I became a filmmaker, my life became normal again. I was no longer seen as a celebrity. I was very happy to work in the background.
Derek Yee's films as a director are nothing like the sword-play fantasies in which he acted. In fact, despite his being a celebrity for all of his adult life, Derek Yee somehow manages to portray everyday people in real situations. His films are about as true to life as Hong Kong cinema gets. In the award-winning One Night in Mong Kok, a first-time hitman, played by Daniel Wu, one of Hong Kong's hottest young actors, comes to the rescue of a prostitute, played by the equally hot Cecilia Chung.
One of the elements is the stereotypical assumption that the type of profession dealt to you, like being a hitman or prostitute, means that you are a bad person. Being a policeman doesn't mean that you are a good person. In the film, I wanted the audience to see the reasons for joining these professions. A profession does not define your character.
The duo is forced on the run, chased by both police and thugs.
The ideas for the film's story came from talking to my police friends and research that I've done in the last few years. The characters played by Cecilia Chung and Danny Wu are purely fictitious.
Both hitman and prostitute have come from small villages in China to Mong Kok, Hong Kong's most crowded and volatile area. It's a story that reflects a very real situation, the influx of desperate, impoverished mainlanders into affluent Hong Kong.
Even 20 years ago, there were hitmen of all ages coming to Hong Kong from different areas of mainland China. Hong Kong is predominantly made up of Chinese immigrants. They come from poor backgrounds, and some of them become hitmen, prostitutes, or beggars.
In the devastating melodrama Lost in Time, a minibus driver is killed in an accident, leaving his fiancée to cope with raising his 5-year-old son. In this scene, a friend of the driver uses the driver's mobile to phone the fiancée, again Cecilia Chung, leading to heartbreaking confusion.